In Madagascar, every corner contains fresh surprises. Every rock, every plant, every fragment of soil and every trunk of the jungle may contain worlds that science still has not discovered or understood. They are unknown universes and different living beings which you are now beginning to appreciate. And each one of these hidden creatures, each one of these apparently insignificant forms of life, sustains and contributes to the development of all life on the island. Many of the living beings of Madagascar still remain to be discovered. They are secrets that Lemuria still keeps for its ghosts, for the silent beings that arose from millions of years of solitude. In the Atlantis of the South, night is drawing in. The Madagascar night reveals another life that until very recently had remained hidden to the eyes of man. The kingdom of the shadows brings the cover needed by these timid creatures of the dark. The spirits of the legends turn flesh, and life returns to the prehistoric jungles of Lemuria. The most recent genetic analyses indicate that all the lemurs derive from a single colonizing species similar to the present-day mouse lemurs or dwarf lemurs like this one. In the cold light of the moon, the sportive lemurs once more become active and search for fruits and small insects in the Madagascar night. Dwarf lemurs and sportive lemurs, giant rats, tenrecs and mouse lemurs, the children of Lemuria again come to life. They are living shadows, animals of mysterious appearance and habits which have aroused fear among the indigenous population since those first human settlements 2,000 years ago. After many generations of living on the island, the Madagascar natives also have their theory of the origin of such strange animals. According to their legends, a man and a woman once walked together through the jungle. Shortly afterwards, the woman gave birth to a great number of children. As they grew, some of these children began to cut down trees and grow rice, while others continued to feed only on the leaves of the jungle. As time went by, the former began to fight amongst themselves. They were the ancestors of man. The others, horrified, sought refuge among the treetops and turned into lemurs. And since then, it has been known that humans and lemurs are brothers. Of all the present-day lemurs, none is as strange and mysterious as the ai. They form a separate family with a single species, and their morphology and habits set them apart from all other pro-simians. It is the largest nocturnal lemur, and the last living examples hide in the different types of jungle of Madagascar. It has a strange appearance, and its nocturnal habits have inspired superstitions among native Madagascans. For some, they are the reincarnation of ancestral spirits and bring good luck, but for many others they are an evil omen and immediately kill them, an unjust punishment for the crime of simply being different from all the other creatures of the forest. A long, fleshless middle finger helps it to extract the pulp from the canes and the larvae from the trunks where it feeds. No other lemur has such a tool, and no other has teeth which continue to grow, more like those of a rodent than a pro-simian. Today, the ai, probably the strangest mammal in the world, is in danger of extinction. Like the rest of the lemurs and all the other animals of this independent world, it is being deprived of the exclusive habitats that made it the way it is, determined its evolution, and have kept it alive to this day. And the reason is another mammal with which it shares distant ancestors, those small beings of the jungles of Gondwana. Its arrival brought cataclysmic changes, and dark shadows fell over the extraordinary children of Lemuria. The action of man is devastating the wildlife of Madagascar. In the first 1,000 years of human presence on the island, 2 dozen species of large animals were destroyed, including 15 species of lemurs. Creatures like the elephant bird, the largest that has ever lived on Earth, or a lemur the size of a gorilla, disappeared forever at the hands of those invaders who came from Asia. Since the appearance of man in Madagascar, 80% of the original vegetation cover has disappeared, and in just the second half of the 20th century, 50% of the jungles that cover this country have been cut down. And while its ecosystems are being razed and burnt, Madagascar continues to astonish the scientific community, which each year discovers new species. These bamboo lemurs, the smallest of all diurnal lemurs, are an example of the critical situation of the exclusive animals of the island. Their jungle habitat is being cut down to provide more cropland because only in the jungle areas is there sufficient humidity to be able to plant rice. As they remove the protective vegetation, men hunt them because in the diet of these impoverished, needy people, proteins are always welcome. And those that are hunted are captured and sold as pets, or even worse, are burnt to death when they set light to the impenetrable bamboo thickets. In the indigenous legends of Madagascar, men and lemurs are brothers separated by the vicissitudes of life. One abandoned the jungle and became the master of the world. The other remained and became a rarity, an ancient anachronism in a world of constant changes. And today, Madagascar has again brought them together to jointly decide their future. Madagascar is terribly fragile. Its habitats are different from all others on the planet. They are exclusive worlds with their own parallel evolution. Delicate and irreplaceable places, remote from the influences that shape the world and the animals of the rest of the planet. And man is now the decisive factor on which its future depends. The future of all its species. This is a world of endemic species, the demonstration of diversity, of the unlimited creative power of life. Here, new forms remain hidden, new evolutionary possibilities that would be unviable without the isolation this island has enjoyed for many thousands of years. And it also contains key pieces in the puzzle of the origin of our own species, of the evolutionary steps which led us to becoming human beings. Humanity anxiously looks to the infinite solitude of the universe, dreaming of other inhabited worlds. And paradoxically, an entire world of fascinating unknown creatures is disappearing before our very eyes, taking with it the secret of the origin of those mysterious children of the legendary Lemuria.